Back for more Base Sunday now. We are what we eat. That's the mantra for our next guest, a world-renowned registered dietitian who took a trip through his homeland of Peru and discovered the food the Peruvian people were eating had a lot to do with their quality of life and their longevity. Some of the ingredients discovered in the Amazonian jungles and deep in the valleys of the Andes Mountains all had a myriad of health benefits that are now just being understood here in the States. In his book, Peruvian Power Foods, 18 Superfoods are highlighted, and he's brought some in to share with us. Let's chat. Pleased to welcome the author and nutritional trailblazer, Manuel Villacorta. How are you?
Well, good to see you again.
Good to have you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, this is amazing. You took a trip. You grew up in Peru. You've been in San Francisco for how long?
25 years now.
25 years. Decided to go back home, but you weren't going to explore the landmarks in Machu Picchu and these kind of things.
No,
you wanted to meet the people and find out what they eat, right?
Yeah, so I went back there, and I remember talking to the guide. I said, I don't want to see any archaeological sites, any churches. Take me to the farms, take me to the open markets. I want to talk to the locals. I want to see what they eat, how they make the foods. I really want to learn about these Peruvian power foods. And it was so inspirational.
And you got deep in where there's probably not a lot of medicine, not a lot of help, and you've discovered these people are living a long life. It must be what they eat, right?
Exactly. I mean, I'll see these 80-year-olds carrying big woods, walking around farms, and it was amazing. And it's like what they're eating is they're eating these Peruvian power foods.
We'll talk about it. You've got some berries here.
I brought some. This is one of the 18 Peruvian power foods, the pichu berry. And why are they so superfruits? They're actually vitamin D content in this berry is amazing. 3.5 ounces of these berries provide 39% of your vitamin D. Also, it has withanolides, a new group of antioxidants that now we know that these withanolides can actually stop cancer cell tumor growth, which is amazing, actually.
And this is on your menu pretty much every day.
Oh, yes, I love pichu berries.
And what, do you eat them raw? Do you cook with them?
Well, you can eat them raw, definitely. I make smoothies with these. I add them to, I do baked goods, breads, muffins. I put them on my quinoa breakfast every morning. It is amazing.
Delicious. And where do you buy them?
Well, you can find them now here in San Francisco in Safeway, so people can actually find those berries in your local markets.
And they don't cost a lot either, do they?
No, I mean, just like comparison to any other berry.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the $4 to $6, yeah.
Now, the people that you met, they didn't necessarily look young, but inside.
Exactly. I mean, they don't look young because they live up in the Andes, a lot of sun, heat, weather, you know, damage, but it's inside, the strength they have, the vitality they have. I mean, think about the Incas, what they did. You know, they were eating these foods.
Right. How about some other foods? Purple potatoes?
Yeah, so we have purple potatoes, quinoa, kiwicha, lucuma, camu camu. I mean, there's so many of these foods now that you can find in the United States.
Is it tough? Do you have to go to like a health store now?
A lot of these foods now you can find them in Whole Foods, health food stores, and online. I mean, if you're having a hard time finding foods, you know, like I'm walking around sometimes looking if I find these foods, and I see maca a lot now. And maca is a root from Peru, the Andes of Peru, that actually increases your energy, increases vitality. And there's a lot of people now that are doing sports, taking maca for endurance.
Is it tough to transform from the typical American diet where we're munching on cheeseburgers and that kind of thing into this? Do you have to kind of take your time? Or?
Well, yeah, I'll normally recommend take one or two at a time. Introduce these foods into your diet gradually. You know, it has taste, it's different taste, so you want to kind of mile your way in. That's why in my book, what I've done, I have made traditional American dishes using Peruvian power foods. So the book is not a Peruvian cuisine book per se. I do have some dishes from Peru, but I have a lot of American dishes there.
I know you brought some bread in yesterday.
Yes.
It was delicious.
Wasn't it amazing?
Like almost a date nut type
bread. Instead of adding banana bread, I used pichu berries and added walnuts. It's amazing. It's so delicious. Yes.
And what advice would you give someone that needs to make a change in their diet?
In their diet. So start gradually. Everybody wants to do the change immediately, right away, overnight, and that kills you right away too. Right. So you want to do one thing at a time. Like if you're not eating breakfast, start with breakfast. You know, if you're skipping meals, maybe focus on one meal at a time and start gradually. You'll make great steps.
And food that's good for you doesn't necessarily have to taste bad, because I had one of these berries. They're delicious.
Oh no, they're
like a
amazing,
kiwi
and you need
almost,
to
yeah.
know what to do with them. This is why Peruvian Power Foods shows you how to utilize the superfoods. You know, I was reading some studies that more than 80% of Americans know about superfoods. Less than 50% of Americans know what to do with them.
Exactly. Eat them. All the best. All right, Manuel. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. If you'd like more information about Peruvian Power Foods, log on to nvnutrition.com. Actually, what is it?
PeruvianPowerFoods.com.
PeruvianPowerFoods.com. That is the website, PeruvianPowerFoods.com. You see it at the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much, Manuel. More Based on It coming up right after the break. Stay right there.